Office 2016 on new devices is the best way to be productive and the best complement that we have to any operative system. And it's very important to talk about this because when we talk about Office, usually people think it's only part of the Windows ecosystem. But as some of you know, Windows, Apple, and Android are all part of the platforms that we manage with Office, right? So when we sell devices to our customers, it doesn't matter the ecosystem. It can be the phone and small tablets ecosystem or the tablet, laptops, and desktop ecosystem. Both of those areas, they usually want to have productivity applications, right? Usually, the different ways that we manage these applications is that with phones and small tablets, which are the areas that we're seeing in the first area, is usually to consume content, right? It's usually very difficult to produce content. Like you can see a PPT and you can read a Word document, but to produce a Word document from a phone is a little bit more complicated, right? So it's usually for consuming data. In the case of tablets, laptops, and desktops, there are more than 10.1. These are the devices we utilize what we call the desktop applications, right? It produces and consumes content. So that's why we need the physical application of the Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneLook, OneNote, and all these applications that we have included in the Office. So usually what Microsoft does is that we have the opportunity to have the Office mobile apps, which are web-based, but are free for the customers in the small devices. And then we have the opportunity to add the Office 2016 or Office 365 to the tablet, laptops, and desktops that are more than 10.1. And in some of the new devices, especially the Windows-based devices, we include a free 1 month of Office 365 trial with the new PC, which is something that adds value for the customer and is a very good opportunity for you to include after the trial is over or before they even start the trial, depending on the scenario. Okay? So, having said that, after understanding both of the areas that we can attach the Office, let's talk about the Office 2016 lineup. And it's interesting that we're talking about Office 2016 lineup when we are including Office 365. A lot of people, a lot of resellers usually get confused in terms of is Office 365 the same product as Office 2016? And the answer is yes. It has the same look and feel as an Office 2016, but with more perks and more applications than some of the other areas, right? So what we did here is we divided basically the versions that we can have, but also we are highlighting for you which of the versions are subscription based, which is the Office 365, and then which of the versions are perpetual, or what we say not subscriptions, is one-time payments. So in this lineup, we have the two subscription-based Office that we can sell yearly, and we have the Office 365 Personal and the Office 365 Home. That's basically the two versions that we have for sale. These versions are virtually the same in terms of what it includes. There's only one difference between them, and is basically in how many installations we can do with each of the versions, right? So for Office 365 Personal, it includes what is the applications, right, that we know and love, the Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, Outlook, Access, and Publisher. That's included in this version, as well as in the Home version, Office 365 Home. But Office 365 Personal is for one user, and it installs in one PC or Mac, one tablet, and one phone. So that's why it's called Office 365 Personal, because it's for personal use for an individual. So it's one user, but three devices. Also, it includes 1 terabyte of storage in the cloud. It's 1,000 gigabytes with OneDrive, and it's included for the whole year while the subscription is still working, right? Also, 60 minutes of Skype. And this has been interesting because most of the customers, especially when I'm at the stores or talking to them about the product, they ask me why do we give 60 minutes of Skype if Skype is free? And it's interesting because Skype is free, but it's free when you call from Skype to Skype. When you want to make calls and to a landline or to a mobile phone outside of your coverage, you can do calls with Skype, right? And it's interesting because we include the 60 minutes a month, so you can do those calls basically for free, included in the plan. And also with Office 365, we have upgrades that are always available. So as an example, if you buy Office 365 now and you keep renewing the subscription every year, and then Microsoft launches Office 2019, you're going to have the Office 2019 included without any additional cost, which is a perk for the customers that always want to have the latest version. And it's different from the perpetual or the one-time payment applications, which we will talk later. Now, with Office 365 Home, which is the other version of yearly subscription for consumers, we have the same applications, which is Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, Outlook, Publishing, and Access. We have the 1 terabyte of storage with OneDrive. We have the 60 minutes of Skype a month. And the upgrades are always available with the annual subscription. The difference between Office 365 Personal and Home is the users. With Office 365 Home, this can install up to 5 users, right? So it's basically a subscription for the household. Let's say we have a household with mom, dad, and the 3 kids, and they all have devices. They can actually install, each of the users can install in one PC, one tablet, and one phone. Then that can install in one PC or Mac, one tablet, and one phone. And then my brother can install in one PC, one Mac, one PC or Mac, one tablet, and one phone. So at the end of the day, it's interesting because it's up to 15 devices because it's 3 devices per user. And each user is going to have the 1 terabyte of OneDrive for each. So that's 5 terabytes for the users, right? 1 per user. And each user is going to have the 60 minutes of Skype. So that is an interesting approach, right? It also includes the upgrades and is for non-commercial use. So basically, what we have in this case is the 2 different versions is going to depend on the scenario and the use and the household scenario or the use that the customer wants to give. So that's basically the yearly subscription with Office 365. Then we have the perpetual or one payment Office, which is divided in basically 2 areas. The one that's for consumer and then one for small business and consumers, right? For consumers only, non-commercial use, we still have the Office Home and Student. We have the Office Home and Student 2016. This version includes Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and OneNote with these applications. And this version is for one PC or Mac, and it's on one-time payment only. So we don't have to renew, right, because it's a perpetual license. For small business and consumers, we have 2 areas. We have 2 products. We have the Home and Business and the Office Professional. The interesting thing here is that, and that's why we decided to put small business and consumers, is that Home and Business is a product that can be for the household use, like non-commercial and commercial use. They have both. They have commercial rights and non-commercial rights, right? Why did Microsoft decided to do this version? See, things are changing in the workforce. We have a lot of mobile workers, people that work from home, developers that work from home, manage a website, etc. Right? So they usually work from home, and there was like a gray line between is this am I using a commercial right or should I use the consumer? So that's why we decided to do the home and business, which is our most popular product for a small business as of today. The home and business includes Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, and Outlook, and it's for one PC or Mac with one-time payment. The next version that we have is Office Professional, and I wanted to include this here because a lot of customers have believed that the Office Professional is not for sale anymore, and that is not true. The Office Professional is available for sale, but only as ESD, which is electronic software delivery. So it's an electronic license. What disappeared from the lineup is the Office Professional FPP box. We do not have that version anymore, but we do have the electronic version of the Office Professional, which includes the Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, Outlook, Publisher, and Access for one PC and one-time payment. All of these products, the 365 Personal, the 365 Home and Student, Home and Business, all of these four that I just mentioned are included in both versions, are included in FPP or physical version, and they are also included in the electronic software download mode that we're going to talk about later in the presentation. The only version that is not included in both is Office Professional, which is only included as an electronic software delivery version. If you have any questions, you can through chat. I'm available. Okay, if there's not any question from the lineup, or while you can type your question, let's talk about selling scenarios or opportunity scenarios that we have. I narrow it down to two scenarios where we can sell Office. And these are the best scenario, which is scenario 1, and the good scenario, which is scenario 2. So the scenario 1 is Office is included with a device, like a bundle, right? Most customers believe that the devices are already include the Office. Like I've been in the stores, and I know a lot of people have had these stories, that the customer comes back with the computer and say, I'm having problems with my computer, saying that because they thought that the computer or the Windows already included their PowerPoint application or the Word. So when you add the Office to the computer offering, you're adding value. And now with the Office 365, you add even more value with the services, because it's not only applications, you're including services as well. Examples on how we have had bundles done with the Office included. Says, for example, we have a Contoso machine here that we're showing in the presentation. So this Contoso machine comes with Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Access. Some other customers have done, this computer includes, or this laptop includes that 1 terabyte of storage for a year, additional storage in the cloud, powered by OneDrive. We have had other, especially the ones that want to, when we do bundles with broadband, they use the Skype, the 60 minutes of Skype, so they can do long distance calls without having to pay for long distance prices. So at the end of the day, there's a lot of ways that we can do the bundle with the Office included and add value for the customers. And now with Office 365, we even have more value. because we have the personal version, which is a fraction of the price of the home and student. But also when we do multiple machine bundles, we had a customer that did like 3 laptops and 1 Office 365 home in one bundle, and that was a very good offer that we could give to our customers, and they see a lot of value, especially including 1 terabyte of storage per computer in the cloud for included in the bundle for a whole year. The second scenario is is a good scenario as well, is that we offer the Office to the customer every time we quote a machine if we're a reseller, or if we are a retailer, that we quote the Office and we offer the Office in the retailer at the point of sale when they are looking for the laptop. It's interesting because 7 out of 10 people, we have done this study, believe that Office is included in the computer. They think that the application comes with. So we need to explain to them that that is not the case if we do not have the bundle, right? So asking if they want to add the Office to the device, or asking, and we're going to see these scenarios later, but asking, do you use Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, or do you store documents in the cloud, or do you want to add more space for this computer? These are the questions that we need to start asking our customers every time we sell a device, because when we sell a device, we sell value, right? And that's very important that we do. So what I was telling is always ask about Office. Customers are 5 times more likely to purchase Office if you recommend it. Actually, we have studies that said that usually these customers do not buy the Office because they don't know that you sell it. Sometimes they go and they buy it from someone else. And obviously or they buy it online, right? So usually what we want is for them to know that you offer the product, that you have the product available, and that they can purchase it from you. So always ask every customer, do you know that Office is not included on your device? Or ask, do you typically use Outlook, Word, Excel, or PowerPoint? Or if they're more techie or technically advanced, you can ask, do you store a lot of documents? Do you store music? Do you store videos in the cloud? Do you want to have backup of your documents that you can access from anywhere, anytime? All of these questions add value for the customer, and it's a very easy sale once they see the value of the product, of the Office, and everything else that we add, right? So when we talk about the Office, it's important to talk to the customer and ask and understand what they need in order for us to recommend the right Office. Microsoft has not, we still have the perpetual or the one-time licensing available because we know that not everybody is ready for the cloud, and we understand that, and that is okay. So let's understand if the customer is ready or not for the cloud. If they're not ready yet for the cloud and they're a consumer, then Office Home and Student is the best version for them. If there is a company, right, and they want to add the Office, but they're not ready for the cloud, then Office Home and Business is the best version, is the hero SKU. But if they have multiple devices, they know how to use the cloud, they understand the concept, and they have more than 3 devices or 2 devices per household, my recommendation is to offer the Office 365 in the different versions, Office 365 for personal or Office 365 home, which includes several. I think we have a question. Is the Office 365 serial key based? They use the code on their Microsoft account. Yes, when they I think, Narada, that you're asking when they activate. Yes, they have to activate with their email. And the key that we're talking about is either in the personal or in the home, depending on the version that they purchase. I don't know if that answered the question, but it's not. You can put it in the chat, and we can continue the conversation. Okay, so with sales, we always have objections. This comes with, it's normal. For us, not only for us if we are, the managers or the owners of the company, but we are the salespeople as well. We need to teach our salespeople that the objections are part of the sale, right? That we need to actively listen to our customer, to the objection, understand their objection, and suggest a solution and try to close again. This is part of the process of the objections. And what we did here is that we put together the most common objections per group. The objections for consumer, and then the objections for people that have businesses. This comes in, I can say, 1,000 different forms when they say it. So let me say, Narada, sorry that I'm going to interrupt. How is the key acquired? Inbox form, seriously, or something like that? A customer is working. Oh, yes, perfect. Okay, so there's two ways. When they acquire the FPP license, which is the key, they have the key in the box as a serial key slip, correct? Or if they acquire the ESD, which is the electronic software delivery, they will acquire it online, which is what we're going to talk about after this, the electronic software delivery. How it works and how they can acquire the key through you as resellers or retailers. So with consumer, one objection: I don't like the idea of a subscription, right? Or they say I don't want to pay every year for an office. And let me tell you this, guys. If Office 365 only included Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, or Outlook, I would not pay a subscription for it. But in this case, it's not only the applications. We have services. We are including the 1 terabyte of cloud storage a year. When we compare these to iCloud or other cloud-based solutions, we are adding more value, because for the price that we're giving the customers and including the applications and then including the cloud storage is a very, very nice value for the money. And then on top of that, we always give you the latest version of the Office. And on top of that, we give you the 60 minutes of Skype. So it's very interesting, this question, because they are not paying every year for the same Office and the same applications that the people that buy the Home Student, for example. They're paying for the applications of great maintenance and service, which is the Skypes and the 1 terabyte. So the second objection that I hear a lot with the customer is, what happened with my files if I decide not to renew the subscription? They get scared with the subscription because they think if they cannot renew it the next year, they're going to lose their files. And that is not true. You will never lose the files. You will always have the ability to open, to view, and to print the files. What you won't be able to do if you don't renew is to make any new file, right? You cannot create any new document until you renew the subscription. Some people have said that they use free apps like Google Docs or iWork. The importance of this is to explain the value of Office and the quality of the work that we do with this. Sharing documents, co-authoring, and the experiencing of formatting is one of the top 3 things that I have sold to my customers to change from a free application to our paid application with Office. And sometimes this happens. We recommend Office 365 Home, but then the customer says, I don't have that many devices. I live by myself, and I only have one computer and then the phone. Then that's okay. They can get Office 365 Personal, which they can install in one PC or Mac, one tablet, and they still get the 1 terabyte of cloud storage included. So this is for consumers. With small businesses, it's a 3 different type of objections that I have. If you have any other that you heard, you can type it in, and we can talk about it as well. One of the objections that I hear with the small businesses is that I have an old version of Office that I'm happy with, and I'll just use that. In this case, I would show a demo to the customers with the new features that we have, especially what it is modern productivity and working anytime, anywhere, co-authoring, for example, and how does it work? Because with this version of Office, with Office 2016, we have a lot of new features that are more involved with the Word now. We had the Office 2013 and the version was for that year, but technology is changing so much every year that, and in the world, how we work is changing so much that we try to keep up with this, right? So we're doing applications that adjust and features that adjust to the daily life of our customers. Another objection that I heard is I want my applications on my device, not running in the cloud. A lot of customers think that because we have all these, new features that are, connected to the internet and all this kind of stuff, that the Office is not going to be installed in the device. And that is not true. The bits are always installed in the device. We have it in the device embedded. Even the Office 365, they're not web-based, they're physical. They're included in the device. Another objection is I don't trust my stuff in the internet. How secure is OneDrive? And OneDrive is one of the most secure cloud storage that we have nowadays. And we're very committed to keep data safe. That's why we have antivirus included in our versions of Windows 10. And that's why Microsoft is the one that maintains the control on the data centers for the Office 365 delivery. So their data is very, very safe. So now with Office, it's important to familiarize yourself with the lineup and recommend the right Office with every device depending on the consumer scenarios we saw.
Tamara, I'm going to pause for a second because we have a person on the phone that is not able to join Skype and he cannot watch the slides, but I want to ask that person if he has any question. So
Okay.
He can unmute himself and ask the question if he has any. It seems like he doesn't have any questions, so let's go with the next topic.
Okay, perfect. So now we talk about why Office and several versions, but I want to emphasize on the electronic software delivery and versus FPP, right? Because this is the new way that we are delivering software for you guys to offer to your customers. So first of all, what is ESD? ESD is electronic software delivery, and it's the way that we can send an electronic key through email to our customers and small businesses via you guys, either retailer or resellers. So it's basically another way to sell FPP without the physical box, okay? And we will talk about these, the features later. So the features that this has is a secure digital delivery key where you can send the PIN or the key of the token, basically, and the bits. So the customer once you purchase from Incomex, you go to the web store, you decide to purchase an Office Home and Student because your customer purchased that from you. So you purchase the Office Home and Student, and then you can send that key to your customer's email directly, and they get an email with all the information needed to download the product, bits to their computer, and the key to activate it. And then the product key is live and usable when delivered. So it's instantly for the customers. The experience is interesting because it's email or online. You can do email or online ads to drive customer demands. You can habilitate your web page or your e-commerce page to have the ESD so the customer can purchase directly for your page. So basically you have the Office 24/7 without having the inventory. And then with this, you can you can take advantage of several product lines without having to decide how many units am I going to take, or I don't know if I should buy the home and business, the home and student, or the Office 365 because I'm not sure what my customers are going to purchase. Well, in this case now you just do the sale and then you can order the digital key and resell it to the customers. So the inventory levels management is it minimizes the impact. And the channels that we can sell includes small and medium businesses, to retailers, resellers, and other retailers that we want to include. At the end of the day, you guys, which are the resellers, is very safe for your end customers as well. And the digital portfolio that we have available through Incomex is the Windows 10, Windows 10 Professional, Office 365 Home, Office 365 Personal, Office Home and Student, Home and Business, Mac Home and Student, and Mac Home and Business. And for commercial use, we have the Office Professional, Home and Business, and Office Mac Home and Business. So if we compare side by side, we have for Windows and Office the same versions digitally and physically, except for Office Professional, which is only digitally available. What we're trying to do is to have the same experience in terms of the products that we offer, but that make you available a portfolio of products that you probably not necessarily bring to your stores or bring as inventory, but that you can still offer it to your customers in a digital way. In terms of Windows, I wanted to talk a little bit about Windows ESD because this is usually something that people do not know that we have. The Windows ESD is an electronic version of Windows. It can be transferred multiple times, so it's not the same as Windows 10 FPP. And it's eligible for new devices or existing devices, but no downgrade is allowed. It's only to stay for Windows 10. We have Windows 10 Pro for the commercial segment and Windows Home for consumer segment as well. So why is it important to move to ESD? This is not something that Microsoft just started. This is a tendency that we're seeing worldwide. So we didn't invent it, but we're leading the way to expand digital capabilities to enable you guys to enhance the experience to your customers and deliver new products and innovative products as well. So for consumers, it's important to move to ESD because they can buy the product anytime, anywhere, and however they want. And you can actually fulfill that for them electronically. They can have download now. For example, I just purchased a computer. I forgot to purchase the Office. I can go to the reseller's webpage. I just type it, and I can acquire the Office at midnight. And I have the license with me, right? So that's interesting. And I have more comfort purchasing digital goods, right? I don't have to run to the store. And marketing is interesting because we can increase attach and assortment. We have assisted sales. We can increase the offering by calling our customers that purchase a laptop already, but we didn't include the Office. We can do initiatives that they can have the key instantly, which is interesting. In the return on investment is very good because there's no infrastructure inventory cost. They have 24/7 access for your customers. And in some of the cases, since there's no shipment, they do not have taxes included in the shipments in some of the countries. So in the terms of products, it's interesting because you have more products available that you can have instantly with you. You don't have to have it in the office or in the retailer. And then it reduces the product piracy because they have it instantly as well. And with Office 365, we are delivering not only applications, but we're delivering a service. And you can do piracy with Word, Excel, or PowerPoint, or the customers can do piracy with these versions, applications. But there's no way to pirate Office 365 storage like OneDrive, terabyte in the cloud, because it's a service. So it adds value and help us to reduce piracy. So this is the same definition, but as a table, you can see the comparison on what is the difference between FPP and ASD, which is something that you're going to have. And the market opportunity that we were talking about right now. So for me, out of all of these, one of the most important is more ways to market the products, less inventory costs and inventory management, always product that is readily available for our customers. And usually, especially in our type of business, a customer does not purchase from us something is usually because we don't have it available and they want it now, right? So with this, we eliminate this issue that we're not going to have the product available for them. So for me, the next steps is to visit the Incomex web store and review the ESD products available. And we have Edwin Sanchez with us. He's helping us with this, with the strategy with Microsoft Office, Windows, and server products. And you can contact him. We're going to write his email too in the chat. If you have any questions or if you want an appointment to have a personalized demo for ESD, he can write to you and have an appointment and show you exactly how does it work in the web store and what are the steps that you need and what is the value of the product and offers available as well. So with this, we're going to go to the next point in the agenda, which is Anna Saputi, who's going to help us with this. And she's going to talk about 3 things that will make you more successful with Incomex and Office.
Thank you, Tamara. Thank you all for being here. As Tamara says, I'm going to mention very briefly 3 things that will make you more successful. Bear with me for a second because moving forward, I'm going to stop presenting and I'm going to start sharing my desktop because we're going to go and do a live demo to show you really how to take advantage of some new tools that we have created for you guys. So, number 1 on the agenda, one of the things that can help you be more successful. Improve your sales margin. What we have done in conjunction with Incomex is we have created this mini website for you guys. And on this website, you're going to find first, most important, 3 electronic or digital calculators. And that's part of the demo that we are going to do today. With these calculators, you can estimate how much you can increase your margin as long as you are attaching Microsoft products to your offering. And we're going to go through the exercise in a minute. Number 2, on the website, you can also find information about the products, Windows, Office, and Windows Server. It is a high-level overview of the products, and in some cases, a little bit more of information that you cannot easily find somewhere else. And all the pages have been linked back to Incomex web store. So if after reviewing the content, you feel like that's the product that you need to buy, you can simply click on it and you will be redirected to the web store. Number 3, we have a section where we're going to be promoting or making available to you all the different promotions available. So you will have everything in one place. And finally, on the navigation menu, you have access to some other resources, like, for example, marketing content from Microsoft and where to find it, the Incomex catalog, if you need contact us for support. And anything else that you might need. So right now I'm going to stop sharing the presentation and I'm going to start sharing my desktop because I want to show you live how the tools, the calculator work. This is a very simple exercise. The data doesn't have to be exactly correct, in the sense that I know that each of you have a different reality. We only want to show you how you can leverage the tool. I'm going to do the easiest of the 3 exercises. You have a calculator that will show you how much your margin can increase when you attach Office 365, because this is a annual subscription program, so you can estimate how much you can increase year over year if you sell 365. This calculator, it will show you how much your margin can improve if you go with ESD or electronic version instead of the physical box. And this one, which is the simple exercise that we're going to do today, it will show you how much your margin can increase once you start attaching Microsoft products. So on the tool, as you can see, each of the sections includes instructions or guideline on the information that you have to input in each of the fields. So here we're assuming that standard device that you might be able to sell on the market, its value around $400 price market, and your margin on that product, it's around 10%. As you can see, the calculator is already showing you that you are gaining or winning $40 over that device. The second part of the exercise is to estimate how much you can win if you attach Office to that particular device. So let's assume that you are attaching Office Personal, which is price value on the market $49 approx. I checked on Amazon because I know all of you will go there and check, and that's pretty much the price market right now. And let's assume that with this price, your margin is 20%. So as you can see, the tool is already showing you that if you attach Office to that device, you can win extra $9.80. And let's assume that your customer is, willing to listen to more offerings, and you decide to attach to a Microsoft mouse to this bundle. So let's assume the price is about $12 in the market. Your margin on that product will be around 25%. So with this tool, you already know that if you add up the Office and the mouse margin, we're talking about $12 extra that you didn't have before, and that you can gain by just adding or attaching those products to your original sale. There is a glitch right now in the tool, and it doesn't show here, but the tool allows you to print the document in a PDF format so you can save the exercise if you want to review it later on. And in here, you can see graphically how your margins start increasing after you attach other products. So the Office calculator for 365, it will ask you for a little bit of more information, as you can see, but as soon as you start inputting in each of every single field, information will pre-populate over here, and it will give you the information that you're looking for. And the same goes with Windows with ESD. So it will start asking you about the mix, your inventory percentage, how much of your inventory, when it's physical, you lose in the process, and the information will pre-populate. And in case you are wondering, the tool has been developed to identify your IP address. So the currency that will show you, it's the local currency. So in my case, because I'm based in the US, everything is showing in US dollars. But if you are in local countries and you have a different currency, as soon as you enter into the website, it will show you the local currency. So I'm going to copy and paste this on the chat, so in the future you can leverage it. And I'm going to go back to the presentation for a minute and finish with the content that we have for you. So that's step number 1 on how you can gain more. Step number 2 is start offering Office, because it will surprise you to know that based on recent studies, we know for certain that out of 10 people that have bought a PC, all of them will use Office one way or another. 7 of those believe that Office is already included on the machine and they don't have to buy it separately. And 3 of them already know that Office is not included, but if you talk to them and suggest the purchase, more likely they will end up purchasing Office as well. So how do we influence these 7 guys that do not know that Office is included? First, talk about it. And this is a real story that I'm going to share with you. We had a partner in Brazil. They were having a lot of issues trying to sell the Microsoft products. We were very close to put an end to the contract. So they decided to take extreme measures. And one of the decisions that was made is every single salesperson should add a Microsoft product offering in every single quote they created. It didn't matter that the quote was for ink. If they added Office as an extra line saying, if you want to buy Office, this is the price. Surprisingly enough, after 3 months of that discipline, the sales went up 200% because they discover important things in the process. Number one, a very large number of their own customers didn't know that they were selling Microsoft product. Number two, a very large number of people never thought that they had to buy the product because they assumed everything was already included. And number three, because the partner was recommending and reminding them to buy the product, they added the product as part of the purchase decision. So do not be afraid. I know that sometimes it's really hard, but if you don't offer it, they won't buy it. The second point to mention is that sometimes it's cheaper to buy Office when they are buying the PC because the disties have several promotions going on. And if they want to buy the Office later on, they will have to pay for the full price. If a friend is offering them the product for free or cheaper, just have a conversation about the software might not be a legal software. And that opens up the customer to a lot of issues in the future, like hackers, theft, information lost or stolen, etc. Handle the objections. If you don't feel comfortable handling an objection, share with us, contact Kevin, contact Tamara, contact Edwin in Incomex, and we'll make sure that you get the information that you need so you can address that objection. And contact your Incomex salesperson. They are here to help you, and they are supposed to be providing you with the information that you need. For those three that knows that Office are not included, just remember them that, it might be cheaper to buy the bundle. And if they are not using original software, they might run into a lot of issues in the future. And point number 3, it's going to be presented by Edwin. So Edwin, I'll move the slides for you.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Okay, the first promotion, so you can take advantage of these Incomex promotions, is save when buying Office plus Microsoft accessories. We have get a free wireless mouse, 1850. When you purchase an Office 365 home or personal only in the bundle in the same order. This offer will end on December 15th, so that's mean the invoice needs to be on that day, on the 15th. The second one is save up to $16 in Office, Home and Business when you purchase it with a Microsoft accessory with a value sell-off price of $45. That is the average of the accessory or the hardware you need to get in order to get the $16 rebate. If the same thing offer ends December of the 15th, that means the invoice needs to be on that day. Can we continue to the next one, please? Next. There you go. Let's continue to take advantage of Incomex promotions. Save up to $16 in Office, Home and Business 2016 when you purchase it with a new PC device with a value sell-off price of $150. This offer valid until December 15th of 2016. Let me also provide this information. Then this promo also applies for ESD, and we just need to evidence that the customer placed in the same order. I can give you 2 examples. Example A, it can be an email from the customer, from you guys, where it says, I'm going to take advantage of this of the DC attach offer, and I will put the PO of like 20 devices and 20 home and business ESD from the web store. As you know, once you guys access to the web store and try to get the product, the ESD product, you guys will not able to see the promotion or the discount, the rebate. So right before or right after you put the order of the promo, I need the email from you guys, then you're gonna place the order. Um, the other one or the other way, it can be an email from us, then indicates when I send I send the code of 100 machines, then will be accurate in the same order with 100 Office 365 ESD, then we'll download from the web store. The rebate is guaranteed as a credit note to the customer in Incomex and can be applied on in the same order. If you guys have any questions, I will put in the chat my email about these promotions. And what else? I don't know if you guys have any questions at the moment.
Okay, if they don't, let's move on to the next steps. I know there are questions on the chat. Tamara, I'm going to ask you to please monitor the questions since I cannot see them because I'm sharing my full screen. So next steps. First, take advantage of the promotions. It will end December 15. We're not sure when we're going to have them back. So we want to encourage you all to take advantage of the promotions. Number two, we want to invite you to visit the Incomex web store and explore the different Microsoft licensing options available through ESD. Number three, use the digital calculators. Take advantage of that tool that we created for you. Play with it and find out how much more margin you can increase. Contact Edwin if you have any questions or need help with DSD, including a demo, or if you have questions about the promotions, or if you need more information about Office or Microsoft accessories. And let us know what you think about this webinar. You can share your comments on the chat, or you can send an email later on to Edwin. And if you have any particular topic that you would like us to cover on a webinar, feel free to share that information with us as well. So with that said, I'm going to start presenting, and we can review the questions.
The questions were already in the chat, but we answered most of them. One of the questions that was about the physical, how do they get the key? Narada asked if when they request the key from ESD portal, will be acquired immediately or within a few minutes. And then Edwin already answered with saying that once you get the ESD, they will send the key to the email. And he also sent a link of YouTube that they have where you can use and you can review how is the ESD acquired and how is the process through Incomex.
Super.
Mm-hmm. So I think we're done. If you don't have any more questions, or if you have any other questions, you can write to me, Kevin, and Edwin. Let me put my email here as well. Any opportunities, help, business ideas that you want to do, you need our support, we're here for you as well. So please feel free to contact us.
Thank you all for your time today. We hope that you find any use on the content that we have shared. And we take the time to wish you all a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And let us know if there is anything else we can help you with.
Thank you, team.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tamara. Thank you, Anna, for everything. And thanks to all our customers. Merry Christmas to all you guys.
Happy holidays, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.